Alright, let's cut to the chase here. Are Taurus revolvers unreliable? Now, I am no Taurus basher. I have had problems with a few that I've owned, and we're going to talk about that. But what I don't like is the mania about, well, I had a Taurus and it blew up in my hand. And I'm like, okay, as many times as I've heard that, I wonder where all the class action lawsuits are. Now, can you have problems with a Taurus? Absolutely. I've had problems with Smith & Wesson. I've seen Rugers and Colts that weren't what they should have been. So Taurus is not the only firearms manufacturer that you may or may not have issues with. Alright, so what happened this past Friday? I was at the DNR range. I shot this gun twice, and then all of a sudden the cylinder started free spinning. And I noticed that the cylinder stop had depressed and would not go back. And I actually showed it to the game warden on duty, and he said, Greg, he said, I've seen a lot of guns go foul on this range over the years. Some of them high dollar, but he said, that's the first time I've ever seen a Taurus revolver not work. Well, I don't discount the fact that there have been at least two different people on YouTube, Gun Sam Revolver Aficionado being one of them, talking about how an 856 was not indexing properly. I've also run across this on the Taurus Armed Net forum, and I've seen it mentioned a couple of other times on 856 videos in the comments about people having trouble with the gun not indexing and having problems with the cylinder free spinning. So what was the problem, and why is this gun working now? So I left the range and I went to talk to Mike, who owns Southeastern Gun and Pawn in Liberty, South Carolina, where I bought the gun. You know, he was willing to send it back to Taurus for me. Now, I don't think that's going to happen at one of the big box stores. All right, so I told Mike, I said, I'm going to take it home. I'm going to clean it. I'll go ahead and put the original grips back on. And then I'll bring it to you in the morning. Well, in the process of putting the originals back on, I had to knock the roll pin out again. And once again, this one was tough. It was harder than the other two I had done. But I finally got it out. And in the process of getting it out, I noticed that the cylinder stop was back where it should be, and the gun was indexing properly. So I went ahead, put the original grips back on, shot it on Saturday. Check out that video that I made this past weekend. And the gun's working fine. So I have to ask myself, what happened? Was it because of my kitchen gunsmithing? Was it because of shooting the hot ammo? Was it the gun itself? Was I having a similar problem as, say, Gun Sam or some of the others? I don't know. Now, I'm not going to be carrying this gun for the time being, but I am going to be shooting a lot to see if this problem reoccurs. Thank you if you've listened to me this far. And you may be wondering what I'm carrying right now. Well, since I'm pocket carrying a lot this time of year, I've went ahead and gone back to my Smith & Wesson 640, all steel. That's only 5 shots, but if I feel the need to, I can load it with 357. And it's one I've had for a while and that I feel very confident with. Ah!